So folks, as of a couple of days ago, May 2 to be exact, individuals who are visually impaired can apply for a copy of the Braille Certificate at any RGD office. With us this morning to talk about this innovative idea, Kerry Ann Jones, Acting Deputy Chief Executive Officer and Director Operations Management at the RGD, which
what a long title.
Whoa,
Kerry.
Conrad Harris, the Executive Director of the Jamaica Society for the Blind, who Sim will have a chat with, not me.
Why are you not talking to Conrad? He tried to extort our guests outside, and I guess
Morning to you both.
Morning.
This is so wonderful. And Kerry, I asked Kerry a question because when I thought about it, I said, all right, so the birth certificate is in Braille, but if I wanted to know something, how would I understand or read it? But it's the same birth certificate, apparently, that the Braille is on.
Correct.
That's right?
Right.
Which is amazing, though.
So it came out of the brainchild of our former CEO, Charlton McFarlane, to ensure that...
I saw him. He's gone.
To ensure that there was accessibility and inclusion for all, right? So we want to ensure that our impaired society can do business by themselves once they have a certificate. How the certificate works is that it is a normal birth certificate, and then it is embossed with the Braille. So simply meaning, we print the certificate, then the Braille is pressed into it.
Oh, fantastic. Sir Conrad, just before Sim, what would happen before that if you wanted to do something with your birth certificate? How would that work normally?
Well, that would work normally, except that because we as blind person couldn't read the certificate, sometimes when the point at which we would discover that there was an error was when we took it to do some business.
Right.
Now, because it has Braille, at least many of the most important things, we can read it and know in advance if there are errors so we can get them corrected from the point at which we receive it, rather than having to take it to do some business and then realize that something on it is erroneous.
Oh,
Right.
beautiful.
So, Karen, as far as you know, are we the only country in the region, or when you benchmark us like worldwide, are we leading in this area? Because this seems pretty innovative to me.
We are leading in the Caribbean. However, in Latin America, there's Mexico. I'm not sure about the rest of the South Americas, but in the Caribbean, we are the first.
That's fantastic.
And
yes,
sorry,
yes, go ahead.
saying, what I don't know is how Mexico do it. But for me, one of the unique thing about ours, and I don't know if it's the same for Mexico, is that it's the same birth certificate. So it's not a separate Braille and separate print, or the both information is on one
document.
sheet. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Exactly.
Wow. So what kind of feedback are you getting from the blind community?
Well, a lot of interest. I've heard, discussions on our various WhatsApp group, and, persons commenting on the fact that it is useful for them to be able to read the information on their own. Because one of the things somebody was saying is that, when you give somebody who is seeing something, a document like that to read, many times they are not reading everything that is on it. They are reading the information that they think is important or that they believe that you want to know, rather than reading everything from the document, so you can have an idea, as you say, of everything that's there and what is important and what's not. They are making decisions for you.
Forgive my ignorance. Apart from birth certificate, what other kind of birth certificate do you have? And I asked that to ask if Braille is on all of them.
All right, so our major certificates that we are known for is the birth, deaths, and marriages.
Okay.
We are yet to launch for marriages and death. However, by July 1st, we'll be launching our marriage and death certificates.
Fantastic.
That's
Right.
so great.
Yeah, man.
And what other documents do you disburse that you can incorporate this into? Because I know this is an aim, a broader aimed initiative of inclusivity and ensuring that members of not only the disabled community, but others can have full access to the vital documents we all need.
Well, our primary aim is to get our births, deaths, and marriages out there. A little later on, we can think about our deed polls. Now, deed polls are legal change of names that you'd use in accordance with your birth certificate. So a little later on, we can think about our deed polls.
By the way, how would that work if I want to change? It's automatic if you're married and the person wants to take your name. You have to go through anything to do that?
It's not automatic. A woman doesn't have to take the
No. I
husband's
said
name.
if it's automatic, if she wants to take your name, is that just automatic, or you still have to come in?
No, it's automatic. Once she has her marriage certificate, she can go ahead and change her documents where she'll be using
But
them.
the deed poll in it, how that work now?
Now, the deed poll is a change your name. Once you're over 18 years old, you can change your name.
Any one of them?
Any one
All
of them. If you don't have supporting documents to do what is called a record updating procedure, you can go ahead to do a deed poll. But the trick about the deed poll is that it never ever changes your birth certificate or your marriage certificate. So you have to use both the marriage and the birth together along with the deed poll.
Hold on now. So if I change my name from Bell, it don't change on my birth certificate?
No, it doesn't. It's a separate document.
Really?
why
Yes,
not?
it is. Because we have procedures to change your name on your birth certificate. If you don't satisfy the criteria for that, that is the point where you use a deed poll.
What's the cost for that, by the way?
A deed poll, it has several, we start as low as $5,000 up to $8,000. That's just for drafting, and then we record it. It has to be recorded to become legal.
Okay. So, Conrad, how did you feel when you got yours?
Man, it was a wonderful feeling,
Yes.
a great feeling.
you have
I
to
think
make
somebody said they saw me in some photo or so, just smiling like
What
crazy.
is this smiling for?
Right. And you know, for our members, one of the important things about it, which Kerry-Ann hasn't mentioned yet, is the fact that there is no difference in cost. So the same price you're going to pay for the regular birth certificate is the same one you're paying for the Braille certificate.
Which is right. Karen,
Yes.
I'm an ambassador here.
So
I
big
think
up.
we should let him work in marketing.
He's
Right?
an ambassador for you guys. Conrad, what else would you like to see the RGD do to make, life easier for you?
Well, I mean, for me, what they've done is significant, and I am looking forward to the day when all the certificates that they produce is in Braille. And, somebody was saying, boy, it's a big investment or big cost, but it is not, because it is only going to be triggered when somebody requests it. So it's not that, you're going to have all the Braille all the certificates now stocked in Braille. It's only going to be prepared in Braille when it is requested by somebody who's blind who need it.
So, Conrad, did you or your group have anything to do with putting all of this together? Were you consulted in any way?
Yes, we were consulted fully.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
And I mean, because there was a lot of discussions, and because I remember one of them was about whether or not it should be a separate document. So, and I was one of them who was thinking, well, who didn't want a separate document. So I am particularly pleased with the outcome.
I wonder if you get your consultation fee.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm just joking. I'm sorry, Carrie, and I'm just joking. So now you work to effect the changes on the other documents, and you say by
July 1st.
July 1. Excellent. Any other initiatives that you're working on that you want to share with us this morning?
Let us overcome July 1st,
Yes,
and
yes.
then we'll tell. But it's good that Mr. Harris mentioned it's no additional cost to persons who request this certificate. It's only offered, however, on the 7 to 10 day service and the ordinary service based on the amount of work that has to go in there. We're not offering it on the express service just yet, but we are accommodating it on the 7 to 10 day service and the ordinary service. As Mr. Harris said, it is at no additional cost.
Okay, so there's just about a week and a half when they could get it.
Right.
But even if they wanted it quicker right now, you can't do that. Really.
Not right now.
Yeah.
So for the folks who are watching, who are visually impaired and blind this morning, they just have to come in, apply,
And in 7
trade in the old certificate.
No, they can keep their certificate. It's theirs. Oh, so you can go to any of our RGD locations right across Jamaica and at the head office, say that you want to make an application for a certificate in Braille, and then in 7 to 10 days or 6 weeks, you're able to collect that certificate.
Strange question. Only visually impaired people can
No,
ask for a Braille certificate.
Every soul can apply for a certificate in Braille.
Okay.
But the folks who are visually impaired and blind have to
Right.
apply the same way as
Yes.
the rest of
I'd
us.
like
Yes.
everybody else.
They need a Braille form.
No. What happens is that they come, they sit in front of a customer service representative.
See, that's important.
And we speak to you. So it's a normal service now. You come speak to a customer service representative. We take your information, key it in our database, give you an application, you read the information to ensure that it is correct. In the case of somebody who is impaired, we will read the information to you, then you have it cashed, and then you pick up in a couple of days.
So you're asking me what else I want? The other thing I want is that we are able to do it online.
See that? You hear that?
And we are coming with that as well.
Sir Conrad have to wait until after July 1 when they square away the other thing.
Sir Conrad, when you got yours, everything was where it was supposed to be. Did you have to say, no, put that there, don't put that
No,
there?
man, everything was perfect. Perfect, as I say, because we consulted on it. When it was done, it was perfect. So I have no complaints.
All right, brilliant.
Thank you.
Karen, that's great.
Yeah,
I love what
you.
you're doing.
Fantastic.
You know, it's not easy
Yeah.
to do, but it's important to do.
Yes, and I
And so
don't
we're
know.
glad it's
I don't know who
benefited.
is the boss, but take off the acting and
Mix up.
Deputy.
But I must tell you, for everybody he's advocated for, it's happened. So
And you know, it is so, it's nice when we have service like this and the persons who do it consult with us and make sure that we get what we want. If I can show a barb at the airport, every time I go to the airport, I am offered a wheelchair. And if I refuse it, sometimes I'm told, well, if I don't take it, I have to go on my own. Luckily, I don't mind going on my own. But so nobody asks me whether or not I want a wheelchair.
Yeah, okay.
It is just offered. In this case, as I said, we were consulted, we were asked what we want, and we have the option of accepting it or not. Right? And that is so
very,
important
very valid point.
for us.
Man,
Ask.
beautiful.
Yes.
God bless you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much, both of you. Appreciate you being here this morning.
Well, I'm going to leave out the acting. Deputy Chief Executive.
You better stop
Officer,
that.
Director Operations Management,
Carry on.
RGD, Carrie Ann Jones.
We're so mixed up.
An Executive Director for the Jamaica Society for the Blind. He's my friend again. He wasn't my friend at the start, but he's my friend again. Sir Conrad Harris.
Never beg the man money, and the man said no. I never different him. Before they were even. Anyway, after the break, a mom of a preemie shares her story. Thanks again, folks. We'll be right back, everybody.